Hello everybody, my name's Josh. I was a computer science examiner for multiple exam boards as a head of computer science, and also now I run a tutoring business where I've helped thousands of students to get better grades in computer science related courses. Now today's lesson is all going to be to do with outputting data from files, saving data to files using a programming language, which today we're going to be looking at Python. This is particularly relevant in the GCSE course to OCR and the Cambridge International course. It's also a little bit of A-level actually as well, because it sort of goes into these topics, and that's on all exam boards. So if you're starting your programming journey, this is really, really relevant to do this. And this is the kind of question that you could get. So Joey needs to add two names to a file and then output the data. Write a program to read two names to a file and then output it. Okay, so this is what we're going to do it nice and quickly. We are going to create a variable. I'm just going to call it file, just because you could call it anything, but I'm going to call it file. Then I'm going to use the keyword open. Now, open is how we sort of activate the file handling mechanisms going on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a name. So I put my name in there, which is, I'm going to call this one names.txt. And we're going to be working with what's called a txt file, which is one of the most basic files that you can put on a computer. Now, the two modes that you need to know are read mode and write mode. Write mode means I can change stuff in it. And read mode means I can't edit anything, but I can just output data from it. If a file hasn't been created with the names.txt, it will create one for me if I put it in write mode. And if I have one, it will overwrite the data in there. So I'm going to put speech marks, W for write and R for read. Okay, and they're just separated by a comma. So what the file name I want to be called, and then that's there. Okay, now name one is going to be equal to input. Please enter the name. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this to the file. So file dot write bracket, and then I'm going to store the name in there. Okay, so name, so I use the variable and store that there. Confusingly, on this, it will not automatically put the next name on the line underneath it. So we have to tell the computer to add a new line. And we do that by putting in the speech marks, slash, then N. Okay, and that's the key term to put a new line in. Okay, so slash N. Then what we're going to do is get name2 equals input. Please enter the name. And then we're going to save that in there as well. So file.write, then name2. Okay, and that goes to the end. What I see lots of people forgetting at the end of this is when they forget to put the close. So you have to put file.close and then brackets there. Now that will add those two names to the file, but it won't output it. So to output the information, we're going to open it back up again. So we're going to do file open. Names.txt, comma, and then I'm going to open this in read mode now. And then all I've got to do is I'm going to do print, and then I can do this in one statement, file.read, brackets in there as well. And then I'm going to put file.close. It will actually work anyway, but it's just a good habit to get into at the end of it, because you get a mark for doing that as well. If you just say you forget everything, you put file equals open brackets, file.close brackets, you normally get 2 marks out the 5 on this question. So if we run this, so I've put my name, Josh, and then we'll put Joey in there. Okay, and you can see it's output Josh and Joey. But if I have a look over here, names.txt has been created, and you'll see Josh and Joey are now in there. What I would be doing is, this is the block of code which is all to do with adding data to it. So is it going to be the exact same? As I always say, it's unlikely, but there's lots of things that you can use. You can use the open, you can read the question and see what it wants you to call the file, put that in there, and then you open it in write mode if you're saving data to it. Also, just remember to put file.close at the end, and then you get a mark. The other one, this is how to output data into Python. So this is the print statement. So inputting data, outputting data. Put them on flashcards, practice them until you can remember them.